Greetings to Dr. Mina. For this oral presentation, I am represent Group 3 to do some introduction about our group member. First, I am Hon Yushian with matrix number 75018. Our second member is Chan Yung Soon with the matrix number 74378. And our third member is Liu San Jie with the matrix number 75430. In this oral presentation, we would like to present a title which is Engineering Design Process. Before designing millions of products, engineers need to follow a process which is called engineering design process, so that engineer can figure out the possible problem exists on a system or invention that had been designed and solve the problem before releasing it to consumer. Engineering design process involve 5 phases, which are defining the problems, planning the solutions, making a model, testing the model, and reflecting and redesigning. The first phase in the engineering design process is define the problem. Engineers should clearly understand all the problems so that they can figure out the most suitable solution to solve the problem. When defining the problem, engineering should not limit the problem statement because this will make the solution become harder or even impossible. To prevent this from happening, engineers should think about all the aspects so that the solution can fulfill the needs or requirement. Next, I will pass to Chan Yung Soon to continue the next part.
Planning solutions is the next process after the problem definition. Searching for several alternative solutions is a compulsory task for the engineers to accomplish in order to solve the design problems. The findings gathered through the research are still may not be sufficient for solving engineering design problems, and therefore various possible solutions could be generated to use. As a matter of fact, the development of new ideas, products, and devices may result from creativity or innovation. There are several operational techniques that can be used to help the engineers to generate original ideas. Brainstorming, checklist, attribute listing, force relationship technique, and morphological analysis are the techniques to enable them to generate creative solutions. This then allows them to analyze each solution in detail and decide the best solution for the design requirements. After planning solutions, making a model is the subsequent process in engineering design. Model is defined as any simplified description of an engineering system or process that can be used to aid in an analysis or design. There are 3 types of models which are commonly used to facilitate the solutions of the engineering design problems. These models include mathematical models, simulation models, and physical models. The engineers always rely on these models to facilitate the design process. This is because they constantly find it difficult to imagine a drawing framework and might tend to consider that the computer analysis has provided an acceptable result without reassessment. Making model can also provide results faster compared to the deeply conceptual courses. These models are built as part of the open-ended problem to open doors for creativity and aids in gaining metacognitive design skills. Next.
The fourth phase of engineering design process is testing the model. Testing process play an important role in design and development. A test is a comparison between what is and what needs to be. So for the testing step, the first step is identifying the models to be tested. The portions of the model should be identifiable and will usually be considered with the unit of the organizations as a team. Then the second step is Observance the interactions between the user and the model, they will be related to the weakness and missing of model. For example, the models that have been used will illustrates the mistake of the models by listening to what they say about the model and recording everything happens during their actions with the models. This will help in the reflex and the redesign, which is the final phase of the engineering design process. Lastly, reflections and redesign the models can be done by using the result gains from the testing process. The reflections in the design process is various in learning and redesign process. It helps improve the design process as it may increase the efficiencies of the activities in engineering design process. Through the reflections process, engineer will be more confident and understand about the models and able to redesign a better model. After the redesign process, after the reflection process, redesign the model should be done to fix the model that are found during the testing process. The engineer should refer to the result of the testing process and use the knowledge gains to improve the model design. So thank you for listening our presentations.